Hi everyone, Yolanda Dye with Fresh Tracks Leadership Development. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you all for watching these videos. I hope you are finding them useful. If so, please give me a big shout out below and hopefully they are working for you as much as my intention is to reach you and assist you in any way possible. But today I wanted to discuss 3 myths surrounding team building. So myth number 1, there are many of them, but I'm going to focus on 3 today. Myth number 1 is that some people think that they are expensive, and I can agree with you up to a certain point. They absolutely can be expensive when you factor in your payroll. So whether you have a team of 50 plus employees, up to 150 employees and beyond, I get that, and I understand that it can be expensive. However, there are things that you can do to minimize those costs, such as if I can suggest maybe having an annual quarterly calendar in which you can break it down into departments, or even a monthly calendar. So just ensure that that's maybe communicated with your company in terms of relaying that to employees, so that each employee has something to look forward to in terms of a team building exercise or team building events. They can also play on and follow in behind your team meetings. So whether that's monthly or quarterly, however you conduct your team meetings, sometimes you can always just add in a short 15, 20 minute, up to a half an hour team building exercise. So they don't always have to be expensive. And myth number 2 is a funny one because people think that they're boring or that you don't get a particular buy-in, especially from maybe a few different people. Well, they're not always boring. And I think it's up to us to make it fun. And the point is that we include everyone and that we ensure that we're really just bringing them all together. And the result of the team building can just really be that sometimes the people that don't always have your buy-in in terms of wanting to attend the team building event or exercise may in fact find it most beneficial once they get everyone together and once they get to know each other and work together a little bit more side by side in terms of working towards a common goal and not just the everyday stuff at work. So you might find that the people that stick their heels in the sand might be the ones that benefit the most. So the third and final myth would be that there's no point. People just think that it's just a waste of time, it's a waste of money. But I have to disagree with you because when I get approached and asked for team building ideas or exercises, that sort of thing, well, I always ask, what's the result? What are you trying to achieve through this team building? And I kind of get a question mark look sometimes because they just think that, it has to be some big, elaborate, expensive event or something like that. But it doesn't necessarily always have to. So when I'm in terms of searching for a result of the team building exercise or the theme, sometimes it's just as fun as you're learning. Sometimes it's just a training component that you're just building in as a team building exercise. So training and learning is one. Trusting, building bonding and communication within a team is really important. Finding out responsibilities is another idea for team building as a result. And really just seeking out each other's strengths and building upon those. And getting everyone together in the same room and seeking that out and understanding and learning from your other colleagues is really kind of the point or the result of the team building. Another one is confidence. Building confidence within your team, but also building it with each other. So an example just on that quickly would be the Olympics, for example. Team Canada playing hockey. Both men's and women's teams probably didn't have the most confidence in themselves or each other when they stepped on the ice the first time with each other. But practice makes permanent, right? Each time they got stronger, they got better. So practice makes permanent in terms of building confidence with your team. And last but not least, when people say there's no point to team building, well, it's our job to make it fun and educational as leaders and business owners, and making sure that everyone is on the same page and just kind of redirecting them back all together makes it a little bit more digestible as well in terms of the understanding component. So learning and training can be a huge fun component. So I hope I blew those 3 myths for team building out of the water. If you had any questions, please feel free to give me an email at www.freshtracksleadership.ca. Take care.